Welcome to this Quantum Security and Defense presentation, Quantum Defense Applications on ORCA, Quantum Photonic Systems, and thank you for being a valued member of our community. And a thank you for Technologists.
Nyberg is the Chief Commercial Officer at ORCA Computing. As CCO, he is responsible for leading global commercial and growth strategies. Per has 3 decades of experience in the development of market strategy and go-to-market execution with advanced technologies, including quantum computing, machine learning, and supercomputing. He has held executive positions in quantum, high-performance computing, and AI SaaS industries, including 17 years at the supercomputing leader Cray Inc., where he was vice president with responsibilities for global strategy in artificial intelligence, industry vertical markets, and cloud.
Great. Thanks so much. And thanks for the opportunity. And nice to meet everyone. Maybe just a little bit on what Anna was just describing in terms of background. So obviously at a place like Cray, I have a lot of experience with kind of defense community at large. That's everybody from Air Force Research Laboratory to the DoD modernization programs, a number of 3-letter agencies, all the way out to kind of defense contracting type companies. And I think one of the things that you're seeing with quantum is that pretty much all of these organizations and even often specific individuals are trying to understand what kind of, what quantum can do for them, if you will. And so you have a lot of co-location as well. A good example is like the Air Force Research Laboratory in the US, which is not the only Department of Defense organization looking at quantum, but certainly the one that's kind of taken on the kind of the leadership mantle, if you will. And so you've got the kind of quantum groups, and almost literally down the hall, you have the more traditional high performance computing groups doing things like, simulation and what have you of the various, defense use cases. So I guess there's increasing crossover and, a lot of parallels, and ultimately it'll all end up in the same place. So just a kind of a quick introduction on ORCA. And so maybe just a thing to mention is that there's obviously quantum computing, there's just a tremendous amount of hype, right? A lot of it is just, I got to be honest, a little bit of nonsense. A lot of it is in some ways very accurate, that things are progressing much faster than a lot of people believe. But so one of the things I think that is always a struggle is that, people do have, preconceptions, and often what you're trying to do is just kind of, bring a, kind of reality into this, specifically on use cases, which will be the second half of the presentation. And that's the fun part is, the people that are really starting to make, early but good use of quantum. So just super fast on us. So we're photonics, right? So quantum photonics, which is one of the many different modalities. So you hear a lot about superconducting and trapped ions and neutral atoms. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different flavors of it. Quantum photonics is one of the, relatively speaking, newer kind of modalities, but one that people really see as potentially the one that's got the best chance of scaling, simply because it's based on photonics, right? Telecoms equipment, and you can really benefit from a lot of standards. And so we as a company, we've delivered 10 systems, right? So most people don't even think that 10 systems have been delivered at all by any company, but it is starting to really make inroads. The other aspect with this is also that, the hybrid integration. So I won't talk a lot about that today, but, there's literally almost no use cases that are pure quantum. Everything is hybrid, which means that it has to coexist, interoperate with classical computing. Whether that's 90% or 10%, doesn't matter. You still need to really, integrate these things tightly.
Watch the full presentation and access over 70 other quantum expert presentations, vendor information, reports, training, and more on quantum security defense. Search Quantum Security Defense for more information.